So I figured a good time for changing the patch. The monitor says that I'm at 56% sensor life, and they said whenever it gets down to about 50%, you have to put the sensor on the charger. So an ideal time for doing that, since you're removing the sensor, go ahead and remove the patch, put the sensor in the charger, and I'm gonna wash my hair. Yeah, because then I can get soaking wet and not worry about the sensor, because I looked at the manual again and it's not waterproof, it's water resistant. So they recommend you not take a bath, but I don't take showers. So what I can do is just take it off to wash my hair. Then it's not getting fully submerged, because when I'm bathing, the water's still just coming down. I'm not soaking it, but washing my hair, it would probably get soaked. So I'm going to change the patch for the first time, and it says, I'm looking at the instructions in the little kit for changing the patch and charging the sensor. So it says you have to power off the monitor, and the reason being is if you don't power off the monitor before you remove the patch, it will start sounding off an alarm that you're disconnected or you're not within the 30-foot range of the sensor to the monitor, which is the cell phone. So you have to turn the cell phone off so that it doesn't pick up on all this stuff. So then they said remove the patch by pulling the clear adhesive away from your body. And I am so ready for this, because I've started to itch right in here, and I think it's this lead that's causing me problems, but maybe fresh patches will keep me from feeling it so much, because I don't do well with the wire leads. These things really stick. That's why I have issues with them. The lady, the technician, showed me a way of removing these. It's not removing that good. Crud. No wonder this thing's been causing me issues. I gotta figure out how to get this thing off. It says pull this adhesive away from you. There we go. Ow. It's like pulling a Band-Aid off a wound. Someone with sensitive skin? Not good. Okay, so this is the sensor, and these little leads go down, and then it says to get to this little blue tab right here, and the technician said you have to put some resistance on it, because what you're going to do, you're going to break away the sensor from the patch. This tab, I heard it click. Okay, then she said you have to pull the sensor out, slide it out without touching the back of that. So this sensor goes into the charging port. Hold 1 second. Okay, so I have a charging port. This sensor needs to go into this charging port, and it's flashing. And I think it flashes red intermittently. Yes. And then they said it takes 60 to 90 minutes depending on how far down you took the sensor. So my plan is, while I'm taking a bath and washing my hair and doing all that wonderful stuff, this thing can be charging, and once that little sensor light turns green, that lets me know that this sensor is at 100%, and I can put it into a new patch and reapply the new patch and then start again. So I'm not on a monitor for approximately 60 to 90 minutes, which is okay. And they prefer you do it in the evenings. When you're less likely to have any kind of episode. So I'm doing it in the afternoon and going to take a bath, wash my hair, and all that wonderful stuff. And in the next hour or two, I'm going to attempt to get another patch on. Yeah, wish me luck. Bye! See this? The light is solid green, which means it's fully charged, which means I can now apply a new patch and put the sensor on. One moment. Okay, so I'm wearing my little bathrobe courtesy of Sandy birthday present one year so that I can try to be modest since I have to go in this area and I don't want to double expose myself. Don't you love my wet hair? Yeah. So anyway, I have a new patch and I believe it's going to have another scrubbing patch, but for me, I just got out the tub and when I used an exfoliant on my face, when I was rubbing it, I just rubbed it on my chest area so that facial exfoliant would actually remove the dead skin cells from my chest area. So the regular step I won't have to use with the scrubbing. Well, there is no scrubbing patch, so I guess I don't have to do that anyway. So here's the new patch. See the leads and stuff? And that's where the sensor locks in. Now this is the tricky part because when the technician was doing this at the hospital, she was doing it. So I don't have to do the scrub thing since I just used an exfoliant. And so what they do is they give you this little placard to hang around your neck. And then you have to, of course, adjust it because you have to get the little placard under your neck. Yeah, and you feel like you're choking, I guess it's in place. Well, so I'm going to look in the mirror to give me an idea where it goes because I can see the impression from the previous patch, so that will also give me a good lead right there. So let's see what we do. First, you have to take this and you have to lock it in really hard. Remember, the technician said you have to lock it till you hear it crack. I would normally be on the counter, but you won't be able to see that. So I'm going to try to do it here. I heard the click. I heard the click. One more time. Okay, it didn't click again, so that was the click. That does the water resistant barrier, not waterproof like I thought before. Okay, so I got the click, and then it says locate the patch placement template under the box and follow its instructions. Okay, remove the clear backing and apply the patch to your chest using the template as a guide. So I have to remove this backing, and then I'm going to use the template, which I'm really not going to use the template because I feel like it's in my way. Yeah, but I can see. Oh, that's driving me crazy. Okay, so I can see where that's driving me crazy. That template's in my way, so I'm going to do it the other way that the technician told me I could, where I can gauge based on where the other one was, because I can already feel the impression. Okay, I'm doing it this way. Okay, so I have it on, and there's several adhesive things that you have to remove little bit by little bit, but I've got it on. So it says, okay, press patch firmly against your skin and remove the top white paper. Okay, so try not to flash anybody. Remove this top white paper. Yay! I'm doing it. And that gives me the new leads, the sensor, and I'm going to press it all down like she said. I'm going to press it down, make sure it's all tight. Now my complication seems to be coming right up in here, so it's probably the weight of this sensor pressing on my skin that's causing me. So I'm just trying not to itch a lot, because they said if I can tolerate it, this is going to be better for me than the other monitor with all the leads, because I seem to react worse with the paper patches because of the nickel and cadmium metal leads. I reacted to the buttons. So yeah, so we're going to try to tolerate this as much as possible. I have 4 more patches, so if necessary I can remove this every 2 or 3 days to get me into the 14th day, and removing it seems to help my skin a little bit. No lotion over here, but I can put lotion over here and on my stomach and back and legs and stuff, but no lotion on this side, because of course you can't have any moisture right here. So the next step is patches on. It said you have to power on the monitor again. And then I guess it's gonna reconnect me. I hope. So, because it took a little break. I think it took about 60 minutes. I took a bath, washed my hair and stuff, and then I went in the living room and started watching a Hallmark movie. Yeah. So we're gonna see what the phone is gonna do. So Bi Tel came up. Trying to bring everything up. We gotta wait for that little O, that's a heart. It needs to start beating. That means I'm connected. I find it strange that all this goes up here and it can do everything that all those leads all over my chest can do, just right here with this. Not sure how that's possible, but it works. I'm not gonna question technology or all those wonderful people who know how to do all that stuff. So I'm just waiting right now for this to do its own thing to make sure I'm reconnected, because I don't want to go hours and hours and find I was never doing anything. Wow, must be connecting. And it says monitors 100%, sensor not applicable. So I need to find out why it's not applicable. Is it not reading me? Good thing I checked that. See, it says sensor not applicable. That means it doesn't have me on something. So test the connection. Connection successful. So why am I not connected? Help. No, I don't want all these videos.
Verify the patch is positioned correctly on the left side of your body. The smaller end of the patch will point toward your left armpit, and the sensor end is placed in the center.
Well, now it won't let me get out of this.
Note the angle in the illustration. Start by removing.
Okay, all is well. It just takes a moment for the sensor to get the baseline to say it's reconnected to the monitor, and you can't interrupt those tutorial videos once they start. That drove me crazy, listening to that lady tell me how to use the device. Drove me bonkers. So anyway, I've got it on. The sensor is reading. Took 6% of my 100% sensor power. just to get this thing going and to establish a baseline. But now hopefully I'll be able to keep this sensor on for about 3 or 4 days. They say you can normally wear the patch for 5 days before you have to change patches, remove the sensor. But because of my skin irritation, I might have to change the patch more often just to get a break from the adhesive strip. But the more frequently I change it, the less time it's going to require to be in the charger. So give and take. But anyway, it was nice to be able to get it off, and it just felt so good. And isn't this perfect? My night shirt. You break it, you buy it. With a heart. How perfect. Well, hooked to a heart monitor. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.